Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda
Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadisham Tattvamasya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nityanandam. Welcome to today's pre-satsang hosting segment. I welcome all Kailasa Vasis attending from all Kailasa monasteries, gurukuls, centers, and all our viewers who are joining us today from Nityananda TV, Hinduism Now TV, Twitter, YouTube, and all our viewers who are joining us from two-way video conferencing. I welcome all of you to today's pre-satsang segment. We'll be going through Introduction to Paramashivoham, Level 3. A quick reminder of security measures to not video, audio, or record the pre-satsang hosting or satsang in any way. Now, starting with today's pre-satsang segment, all your problems have a solution from other worlds. In Paramashivoham, Level 3, Season 2, you can build your body with the superhuman Shaktis of Paramashiva. Kailasa is pleased to launch the world's most awaited interactive online event that is back on popular demand, Paramashivoham Level 3, Season 2. What happens in Paramashivoham Level 3, Season 2? An irreversible superconscious mutation process will be carried out inside your body to your DNA level, due to which you will experience integrity, responsibility, altered states of consciousness, Amritattva, Mahakailasa, Tyaga, God particle, Chittakasha, Ishwaratva, living Advaita, wealth, time-space elasticity, real love, higher lokas, Kailasa, intense activism, God particle, Tyaga, fundamental forces of the universe, and many other aspects of Hinduism will become a reality for you, a living reality for you. In Paramashivoham Level 3 Season 2, all your problems of this world will become irrelevant. You can imbibe qualities of the divine while boons are showered from the other world. You can learn the secrets to eternal youth while you experience your dimension of Sarangatva, all-knowing. You become immortal as you drop obsessive compulsive disorder, self-doubts, self-hatred, self-denial, and self-sabotaging patterns. You can become an avadhani and performer of 1,000 tasks simultaneously and synergetically. Now, let us watch this video clip from a presidential address where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism reveals what is an avadhani.
When invaders invaded India, they burnt libraries. Some of our libraries was burning for 2 years. When invaders invaded India, they burnt libraries. Some of our libraries was burning for 2 years. But the whole thing was rewritten within next 10 years by just 10 Brahmins sitting in a remote forest. That is the way Even though millions of temples are destroyed and the libraries got burned, we immediately came back. Now is the time to revive all the 25 branches of Avadani tradition. With Paramashiva's grace, I have a right to talk about all these things because I already demonstrated many things which I am talking. When invaders invaded India, they burnt libraries, whole thing. Some of our libraries was burning for 2 years. Around 20 million books, manuscripts have been burnt. But the whole thing was rewritten within next 10 years by just 10 Brahmins sitting in a remote forest, because in their DNA the whole thing is programmed and in their memory the whole thing is there. They just sit and go on writing. It says, I took my 1,000-headed Patanjali Adisesha farm and wrote this whole Mahabhashya. It means he became the Sahasravatani, the 1,000 independent, intelligent brain tracts. He activated it, and all the whole 1,000 track revealed all the 1,000 branches of the knowledge. Patanjali is the Tamil Brahmin who is a Sahasravatani, mantra, Shastra-centric Sahasravatani. Is the Tanjore Brahmin. Shastra-centric Sahasravatani. He reveals the whole Mahabhashya. So if you just have one Patanjali, even if 1,000 libraries are burnt, no problem. They will repeat it and rewrite it, pen the whole thing down in next 10 years. That is the way, even though millions of temples are destroyed and the libraries got burned, we immediately came back. We immediately revived the whole thing in next generation, within next generation. Now is the time to revive not just the Avadani science of organ-centric, mantra-centric, Shastra and Shastra-centric, all the 25 branches of Avadani tradition. Sahasravatana in all 25 branches, the mantra, power manifestation. Power manifestation, Shakti Avishkarana is one of the science branches. We can create kids who can perform 1,000 power manifestation at a time. Sahasravatana at a time. I can talk about all these things. With Paramashiva's grace, I have a right to talk about all these things because I already demonstrated many things which I am talking. Understand? The organ-centric Sahasravatana. That is what is this remote vision, ability to read blindfolded, and Shastra-centric Sahasravatana. That is what is that any book without opening the eyes, the kids can just tell what is there in which page. Already Nityananda demonstrated this power multiple times. Sarvanyatva, not just Nityananda, many kids along with Nityananda demonstrated this power multiple times. And Astra-centric, Astra-Shastra-centric Sahasravatana. This comes under this materialization. Many other power manifestations come under this Astra and Shastra-centric Sahasravatana. You can receive anything you want and send anything you want. many of these powers, these Avadana traditions, these sciences I have demonstrated. Now, through a large scale Gurukul, I'll be taking this whole science to the whole world. See, the good news I have for all of you is, with the grace of Paramashiva, we demonstrated it is possible. We already revived the foolproof. The methodology is success, end to end, the quality control pass. That is done. Now we will have to make it available to the whole world by making large numbers, like 10,000 balasans, 10,000 female sannyasinis, 10,000 rudraganyas, manifesting these different Avadana traditions. That is what we have to do, and that is what I am doing. That is what I am focused, and I know what all the dangers and attacks possible, what all the persecution, dangers and attacks possible. I am first doing all the protection needed to protect once I start doing this work. So understand, with the grace of Paramashiva, we will do it, and he is doing it. He is really doing it. He is doing great work in large scale. Great work in large scale. I am just creating the infrastructure needed to host these thousands of kids, thousands of Gurukul Balasans, thousands of sannyasis, rudraganyas, apat sannyasis, who will work on the superconscious mutation, start manifesting these powers. When invaders invaded
In Paramashivoham Level 3 Season 2, you can meet yourself in all 7 multiverses while seated in front of the cosmos himself. But the best is yet to come. You get a chance to directly have a question and answer session with Bhagavan Paramashiva himself. Paramashivoham Level 3 Season 2 presents you with a chance of a lifetime. Get on a Zoom call with God. Don't miss the cosmic opportunity. Reach out to your loved ones. Register now. Paramashivoham Level 3 Season 2. Science. Now we'll look at science of traveling to higher loka. What is it about? During darshan or initiation, a receptor can momentarily experience the expanded space of cosmos. Darshan allows the transmission of cosmic superconscious mutation energy to happen. Infusion of the cosmic superconscious mutation energy results in quantum entanglement and causes the neurons of the receptor to mirror the space of perpetual completion radiating from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism at a biological level. Mirror neurons are special neurons that can observe and mimic the action of other neurons through imitation. Unlike classical imitation, mirror neurons can activate and process all the observed movements or information without the physical act of imitation. The entire body can silently and without movement recreate what is happening elsewhere through a process of direct observation. This is the exact science of moving from one loka to the higher loka with the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is like a radiating light. Your body and mind are like a mirror. When you sit in an unclutched way in the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's presence, all your bodies and minds become mirrors reflecting the consciousness of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. They get focused like laser beams, aligned and polarized towards the consciousness of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's bioenergy is simply transmitted into you. Your body becomes light and just flows in the ether. If you keep 5 such mirrors in front of a single light, the illumination is going to be 5-fold because 5 mirrors are reflecting the light and the whole area is lit intensely. Now, if 10,000 mirrors are kept in front of the same light, can you even imagine what will happen? When 10,000 people sit in the presence of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in an unclutched space, the same superconscious mutation is reflected 10,000 fold and an intense superconscious energy field is created. If 10,000 bodies and minds focus themselves on the consciousness of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, it becomes equivalent to 10,000 enlightened beings sitting in Samadhi. This is what is called Shambhala on the planet Earth. Through this superconscious mutation process, one can travel to higher lokas of the cosmos and experience higher states of consciousness. Now, let us watch this video where various participants and graduates of Paramashivoham share their experiences, and we get to see some of the glimpses of Paramashivoham level 3.
I'm from the San Francisco Bay Area in California. And wow, there's so many things to share. I don't even know where to start. So I'm just going to speak from the heart and just share what's coming. The first thing that comes to me is the healing I experienced. So during the first 3-4 days, I can't remember now, it all feels like one day, but sometime earlier in the program, for days, my left arm was just hurting, almost like suffering from tendonitis. It was very hard to move my fingers, type anything. And it was some condition that I'd had for a while. And then during one of the initiations, it struck me that Swamiji is our guru, so I can just ask for healing. There's no reason for me to suffer with it. So just in the Zoom chat, I said, Swamiji, please heal my arm, just very casually. And then moments later, I started to feel like this really warm, liquid feeling in my left arm. And then I went back to type something on the computer, and that's when I would usually feel the pain, in the left arm. If anyone ever has tendonitis, they know what I'm talking about, right? That twinge. But this time, there was nothing. So I kind of started laughing because I thought to myself, why was I suffering with that pain for the first 4 or 5 days? I should have just asked Swamiji to heal it. I forgot for a moment that Swamiji is just there for us for sometimes we think the matter is too small. Why bother Swamiji? Or this thing is important. But in oneness, there's nothing too small or too big for our guru. We can just come to him with anything, the most minor pain to the most major life issue or life decision.
Yeah, I think that is the most beautiful thing that happened in this program, where all the participants are able to open up themselves, right, from every small thing to whatever they feel it's completely impossible to manifest, because that's the dimension that Swamiji opened up in the Shukra sessions especially. So where everything, whatever they can think, not think, or wanted to manifest, wanted to think, even there are fears even to imagine or visualize certain desires. So everything participants were able to open up and share, and they were also able to manifest, like you beautifully put. Please continue.
Yes, ma. Yes, ma. Actually, just on that, the sessions with Swamiji, especially the Q&A sessions and even initiations, Swamiji would, directly start speaking to participants who asked questions or had any request. And I remember being in the courtyard during Nityananda Yogam program back at Adi Kailasa. And that's what it transported me back there immediately. The intimacy, the friendliness, the casualness, and Swamiji's telling stories, telling jokes. All of that, I think, made this program very, very special because it's been so long since we had a direct connection to Swamiji. I thought back to the courtyard days and, how I took Swamiji for granted. Sometimes just leaving the courtyard when Swamiji is there just to get something or do something. And now I'm thinking, why did I ever leave the courtyard ever? I should have just stayed there permanently. So that bliss chemistry from the sessions with Swamiji, where we can just talk about anything, just unload everything, and he's just there answering everything. That was a big highlight of the program. There was also one other thing I wanted to share where during some of the initiations, one click I had was so many life obstacles on the outside. We think this looks so big. How are we going to even approach this? And my focus oftentimes was just on the outside. And then the real click in one of the initiations, I can't remember which, where I realized it's all about how we carry Swamiji inside. What our inner image is. Because in oneness with Swamiji, our inner image is Swamiji. So we have that bigness to us, that heaviness to us that we can digest and handle any situation. And then the solution, like one thing was there was one matter where, me and the team were just hitting a wall for like months. There was no breakthrough. And there was different approaches, different angles. We tried to come up with a solution. And I was getting very frustrated. So then again, just like with the healing, I realized, wait, what am I doing? I'm in delusion, right? Let's go back to the spiritual truth that everything manifests when we have the right inner image, outer image, and life image. And that image is based upon Swamiji and in oneness with Swamiji and his teachings. So very casually, I guess the main point I was trying to get across is in this program, many clicks just happened very casually. And they led to manifestations very casually and easily. So in this example, as soon as I changed that inner image, a breakthrough happened where we were hitting a wall for months and months. That next day, just a breakthrough happened. And there's no logic behind why it happened that day or this way. All I know is I changed the inner image, went into oneness with Swamiji, and then thought about the whole thing from that perspective, not a small perspective, from a big perspective. And that outcome just manifested the next day. And everyone was thrilled because, they were like, how did this happen? Because we've been at it for months and months. I can go on and on. I have so much more sharing, but I'm just so excited and happy. I just want to be with Swamiji in Kailasa, basically.
But Balajaya, you've attended so many programs over the years. I'm sure you've not missed any of the program that Swamiji has conducted so far. So how do you distinguish that experience that you had in this program, particularly compared to all the other programs that you've attended in the past?
So that's a good question. The experience and feeling I would have at the end of prior programs, and that bliss chemistry, where the inner image, outer image, life image is all aligned. Thoughts per second or that mental chatter has dropped, to just silence and peace. And there's that Kundalini energy that's just going through the system. In prior programs, by the end of the program, I would experience that because Swamiji had detoxed us with so many initiations and power manifestations and other sessions. And there was the great detoxing food, the Bhaga Shastra food and all of these things. Here, within the first 2 days, and Swamiji warned us, he said, this program's different. I've downloaded so much more things and I'm going to initiate you into the superconscious mutation. That experience that I would feel at the end of all those programs, I felt right at the beginning. That feeling of the Kundalini awakening, the bliss chemistry, the peace, all of that I experienced right at the beginning, and it just kept increasing and increasing. just, Swamiji always says he's always upgrading every year, downloading more things from the Shastras, the Akashic records, and passing those gifts onto us. So that intensity and that feeling was immediate this time in the program. It didn't take a while to build up, which was my experience in prior programs. It was immediate from the first initiation and kept going up and up and up from there. Much more powerful for me.
That's absolutely true, Aya, because I've heard it from other participants and personally experienced also. What we would experience at the end of 21 days, we were able to digest and assimilate and experience right from day one. So that also makes sense, like why Swamiji has opened this opportunity for every person to even join for one day. Because the state that he's taking all of us, we're able to experience that complete bliss just in one day program. So thank you for bringing that point across. And anything else you would like to share?
Oh, wow. Yeah, there's a lot to share, but I'm sure there's a lot of other people that want to share. So maybe I'll finish by saying that I think all of us from this program are going to carry with so many memories, so many experiences. And my first, just feeling it, so vividly from the beginning. I basically can't wait for the next program. I don't know when it is, but I'm going to be telling all my friends, all my family. Like before, during IA programs, I felt, some hesitancy. Like I would enrich some people, but I would not enrich other people. I would think, oh, they won't relate to what I'm saying. How can I really talk to them about this? But this time I've just been telling everybody about it because, there's really nothing to think about. If you get initiated, if you're there during darshan, you get this superconscious mutation, you feel it. So that last block about how I carry Swamiji, before to enrich people, I would almost undersell Swamiji, say, well, there's this cool yoga program, there's this, thinking, oh, I don't want to, come on too strong. But really, I realized being one with Swamiji, talking with is a power. Talking about holding him, not being at all kind of shy about what I'm experiencing, because it's a gift for the whole humanity that he's offering, right? Because if everyone is able to experience this bliss chemistry, this science of superconscious mutation, many of the problems we face in the world go away. Many of all the conflicts related to so many issues that Swamiji is just solving effortfully. Right? By aligning
I just
everyone.
want to add this one thing as you were sharing, like when you mentioned that earlier you would choose, what to talk to your friends, and you choose the friends who can be enriched for the programs, but now there is no such hesitation. There is one particular session, if you remember, where Swamiji revealed about the dynamics that is getting operated in Svargaloka, where there's no differentiation. Like each, what we assume as the conflicting desires, they do not have any place in Svargaloka. Like all of it can individually, uniquely exist in Svargaloka. So I've heard from so many participants, like right after that initiation, all the blocks, how we approach life, like we think either you do this or do that. You cannot do both. So those kind of conflicts have just disappeared right after the initiation. Like when you were sharing this, I just got reminded of that session. Maybe you can reflect if that's coming from that session or as a overall experience in the program by itself.
Oh, I can completely relate to that. That was during many of the initiations into higher lokas. And there was that one initiation where we would really examine the source of all our issues comes from these conflicting desires, from the chaos inside, because we're manifesting all our desires, but they're conflicting. And then if we don't have clarity, then of course, so it reminded me that even when we are suffering and manifesting something we don't like, we are so powerful because we are the ones manifesting that, right? So really, if we examine the conflict in what we want and our desires and bring that into integrity, then the manifestation is effortless. Even with that one breakthrough that I was talking about earlier, if I think about it, it was because of a conflicting desire. I almost thought if I got the breakthrough, then it would be too much more responsibility, too much more work. So there was a desire in me not to get it. So that's why it was stuck. So as soon as I resolved that, it manifested the next day. So I can relate to what you're saying completely, Ma, about that. I had a big click with that session on conflicting desires.
Great. Thank you so much. Anything else you wanted to share, Vinay?
Oh, that's it. Thank you, everyone, for listening. And Swamiji, I love you. I want to be with you. Please invite me to Maha Kailasa. Love you, Bhagwan. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, that was wonderful. Wonderful sharing. Thank you so much for joining us.
Nithyanandam, Nithyanandam.
Yes. Next, we have Marupa from California.
I'm from the San Francisco Bay.
Paramashivoham Level 3 is an immersive 21-day awakening event to teach you the science of manifesting the ultimate consciousness in you. The science begins with discovering the Paramashiva in you and then getting established in this true identity by manifesting powers of Paramashiva. Paramashivoham Level 3 is not just a meditation program. It is pushing humanity to the next level of consciousness, to the consciousness of Paramashiva, the ultimate superconsciousness as per Hinduism. The avatar, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Paramashivam, who has realized the state of superconsciousness, is transmitting his experience of Paramashivoham via initiation. This program will change who you know as yourself, your very being, to make you radiate super consciousness. Paramashivoham. I am Paramashiva. This is the truth. Paramashiva is the ultimate consciousness, the source of all creation. The Karana, Karya, Mula, which means the cause, the effect, and the source of all that we perceive and all that is unmanifest in our life. This Paramashivoham manifests deeper experience of the 25 states of consciousness, the vertical time zones. Experience the powerfulness when you go through the 25 states of consciousness and how you can use them to manifest your reality. The unknown reasons why you experience physical and mental disorders. How to be powerful in all the 25 states of consciousness. The ancient Vedic way of manifesting your reality. In Paramashivoham Level 3, you will experience all of these. 25 states of consciousness. It's a fundamental sacred secret. The individual consciousness, Jiva, you have, the individual consciousness you have goes through 25 states of consciousness. Every day, you recognize only 3: deep sleep, sleep, and waking state. Only these 3 are normally experienced every day by many of you. Deep state, dreaming, and waking state. In Sanskrit, we have 3 words: Sushupti, Swapna, and Jagrat. It is roughly translated into deep sleep, dream, and waking state. But actually, individual soul has a possibility of 25 states of consciousness, which is explained in this course. The vertical time zones. Did you ever suspect that the reality you see and feel every day is not what it really seems? Did you know that you exist simultaneously in 14 dimensions of the universe? While the real you Pure consciousness is unchanging and exists everywhere. You experience yourself and life differently in the 14 different planes of the universe. Catch the extreme truths of vertical reality and take a tour of yourself as you exist in vertical time zones of the universe in this breakthrough webinar straight from the source. Learn about different lokas or planes of existence in the universe. How your infinite being is capable of perceiving and operating across all the planes of existence simultaneously. Learn about how you can relate with gods and goddesses across these different planes. You'll also learn about how you can get a glimpse of superconsciousness while living a so-called ordinary life wherever you are. Is it possible to live a superhuman life in the human body? Does third eye awakening really exist? Can such awakened states be transmitted from master to disciple? The answer is yes. The ancient Veda-agamic science of manifesting Shaktis, divine superhuman powers, is real. Paramashiva has described 463 different yogic Shaktis in the Agamas, including the ability to see with the eyes blindfolded, seeing far off distances and beyond obstacles, scanning the human body and healing it, teleportation, materialization, moving matter with our consciousness, and many more. Manifesting these extraordinary powers makes you truly established in the identity of Paramashivam. I am Paramashiva. Register at kailasa.org/Paramashivam. Now let us look at what is Bhava Samadhi Darshan. Bhava Samadhi Darshan is a window to the infinite expanse of consciousness, allowing us to glimpse the formless in a way that we can understand. It is the secret science of experiencing the ultimate states of consciousness through meditation on a divine form. During the Bhava Samadhi Darshan, divine cosmic beings literally manifest through the body of His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyanaanda Paramashivam, like how they manifest in Archavatara, deities. They manifest in Nijavatara, embodied form, and give you all the boons you ask, make you experience Paramashivam. The Archavatara deity reflects the conscious and manifestation of superconscious energy, but human beings are not mature enough to receive the higher level experiences from the Archavatara directly. The avatar, the physical embodied form, comes down to bridge the gap and create experience of the superconscious energy in all of us. When we have the Bhava Samadhi Darshan of the Nijavatara, manifesting being of various dimensions of Paramashiva, the auspicious components and the powerfulness of those dimensions of Paramashiva are awakened in us. During Bhava Samadhi Darshan, your being comes alive and celebrates with the energy wave of existence. It is the direct experience of causeless bliss. Even without much effort from our side, our very biomemory awakens to the space of Paramashiva, the ultimate consciousness. During Bhava Samadhi Darshan, our neurons mirror that of the avatar. Mirror neurons are special neurons that observe and mimic the actions of the avatar's neurons activity through seeing. Mirror neurons activate and process all the observed movements or information of the avatar just by seeing and without the physical act of imitation. That is, our entire body silently and without movements recreates what is happening at a distance far away, experiencing the superconscious energy radiated by the avatar. The science of Bhava Samadhi Darshan knows no distance, a phenomenon modern science is just discovering and terms as quantum tunneling. Our thoughts per second reduces significantly and we relax into the space beyond thoughts, thoughtlessness, becoming mentally at ease in coexisting dimensions beyond duality, we and the divine becoming one, unconditioned by the parameters of time and space. With this, you have a very important opportunity. Share your Sakshi Pramana. Please follow these steps on the SPH Nityananda Paramashivam page on the Facebook. Share your powerful click message and Sakshi Pramana of your experience to encourage your friends and family to receive blessings from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam. The links for Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter are projected. With this, we come to the end of today's pre-satsang hosting. Now, let us sit straight with our head, neck, spine in a straight line and prepare to enter into meditation to receive the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, in the upcoming Alive Satsang. Now, let us enter into meditation with our head, neck, spine in a straight line, and let us chant the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham.
with the divine, with your eyes closed, is meditation. Connecting with the divine, with your eyes open, is darshan. Come, let us all now move from meditation to darshan. Slowly, very slowly, please open your eyes.
नित्यानन्देश्वर परमशिवसमारम्भाम् नित्यानन्देश्वरि Paramashiva Shakti Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome you all with my love and respect. I welcome everyone with my love and respect. The message from Paramashiva, directly from Kailasa. Samadhi and feeling connection empowers your Divya Sarira. Empowering your Divya Sarira is the ultimate productivity of your happening in planet Earth. Listen. Today I am going to speak fully in English. Meena Joshi, full English satsang. Because yesterday I spoke a lot in Tamil. So today, full English satsang. Listen. Listen to what I am saying. Your body, physical body, carries the consciousness. I use new word called Divya Sarira. Consciousness wearing this body is Divya Sarira. That consciousness getting more and more empowered. When the consciousness gets empowered, you don't feel suffocated by physical body and its limitations. Shiv Pandit, I'll heal you. I saw some wound in your right ears. I'll heal you completely. Listen. If you are Divya Sarira, the consciousness which is holding your body, if that is empowered, you don't feel suffocated, limited, reduced by your body. Please listen. Body limiting your possibility makes you feel suffocated. Not only the great powerful cognitions and understandings about the secrets of the cosmos, all spiritual practices are focused with the purpose of empowering your Divya Sarira. Listen. Yesterday's satsang, I gave you one truth. If you rest in samadhi, you will see Everything in your life is complementing your different aspects. The wealth you earn, or the money you spend, the relationships getting added in your life, or people leaving from your life, comforts and wealth, artha getting added or leaving, the higher values, understandings getting added to you, and middle class values leaving you. Everything, if you see, it just complements your expansion. If you get terrorized by your life, suffocated by your life without understanding, if you feel everything is chaos, everything is falling apart, due to your inner restlessness, you feel whole life is complication and incompletion. I tell you, nothing falls apart, everything falls in place. Nothing in life falls apart, everything in life falls in place. All of you should know, I don't teach the shit called positive thinking. No. First of all, I don't believe in that shit, and I don't teach that. I teach you reality. I teach you the truth. You are intensely brainwashed by suffocating ideas about life by media and the so-called human society. Whenever I sit in samadhi and watch, I see clearly everything is so auspicious. Not only I see it, when I see life as auspicious, my Divya Sarira gets so empowered. It just manifests powers and miracles. Every time when I reveal the higher truths, it empowers your inner space. It empowers your very being. Empowering your Divya Sarira is the job I do day in and day out. See, in Hindu tradition, after 60, once you cross the age of 60, you are expected to take Vanaprastha. That is, what is that? At the age of 60, they do a ritual. You marry the same person second time. Only in Hindu tradition, you marry the same person 4 times. First, during your marriage, then when you are 60, then when you are 70, then when you are 80, then when you are 100. Very rarely people live as a couple together till 100. At the age of 60, you are expected to take Vanaprastha. See, by 60, both of you have become new. That is why one more marriage. Because now you guys are going to live a new kind of a relationship. New kind of a coexistence. After 60, your whole focus is to empower your Divya Sarira. You may be retired, but you will not be tired. when you start empowering your Divya Sarira, you should be retired by 60 and you should not be tired. Actually, many people ask me, what is the reason for the collapse of Hindu civilization? One of the main reason I will give is the people after 60 did not do their responsibility to give back to the society as vanaprasthis. I am not even asking, give me 1 crore youth, youngsters, 1 crore sannyasis. I am asking, give me 1 crore retired people, Hindus. I just want 1 crore retired Hindus who lived their life all over after 60. If 1 crore Hindus commit after 60 and retirement, whatever society gave them, they will start giving back only by sharing their talent. See, I am not asking after 60 the wealth of the Hindus, no. I am not asking wealth of the Vanaprasthis, no. I am only asking after 60, Vanaprasthi Hindus should share their talent. I don't expect their treasure. I don't even expect their full time. No. If they just share their talent and give consultancy,
பறவையாய் பாம்பாகி கல்லாமனிதராய் பேயாய் கணங்களாய் வல்லசுரராகி முனிவராய் தேவராய் செல்லாரின் தாவர சங்கமத்துள் எல்லா பிறப்பும் பிறந்திழைத்தேன் எம்பெருமான் மெய்யே உன் பொன்னடிகள் கண்டு இன்று வீடுற்றேன் மெய்யே உன் பொன்னடிகள் கண்டு இன்று வீடுற்றேன் சரீரத்தில் வாதின் புனை போற்ற வேண்டும் அதனால் திசை கொடு உண்மையாட்கொண்டவா கையாளும் ஈசா கற்புரிய திவ்ய சரீரத்தில் வாதின் புனை போற்ற வேண்டும் அதனால் திசை கொடு உண்மையாட்கொண்டவா தெளிவித்தவா வாழ்வுதனை சித்தமயமாக்கவா ஔஷதம் தந்தவா உடலிலை விடும் பொறுமை தந்தருளவா தெளிவித்தவா வாழ்வுதனை சித்தமயமாக்கவா தந்தவா உடலிலை விடும் பொறுமை தந்தருளவா ஊருயிர் குறைந்திடும் பேருயிருமீயவா கையாளும் ஈசா அருப்புரிய திவ்ய சரீரத்தில் வானின் புனை போற்ற வேண்டும் அதனால் திசை கொடு எம்மையாட்கொண்டவா தெளிவே என் சிந்தனையுள் ஊற்றான உன்னாரமுதே உடையானே கலியுகம் மதனில் இருளது நீங்க தீபமாய் எழுந்த ஜோதி ஸ்வரூபா ஆணவம் அழித்து முக்தி தந்திட மலையாகி நின்ற அருணாச்சலன் மானிட ரூபம் தரித்தவா படைத்து காத்து மறை கழித்து அருளிடவே பரம ஞானம் தன்னை இறை ரூபம் கொண்ட நித்யானந்தனை அருளிடவா மானினை வேண்டுமென்று பார்க்கடல் கடைந்த போது அதில் வரும் நஞ்சை உண்டு பக்தரை காத்து நின்றார் சிவ 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 ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் ஹர ஹர என சித்தம் படைக்கும் ஓம் சிவ சிவாய ஓம் நம சிவாய ஓம் தகதிமியன தாளம் முழங்கும் நாளும் ஈசா அற்புரிய திவ்ய சரிதத்தில் வாடின புரிந்து கொள்ள வேண்டும் அதனால் திசை கொடு எம்மையாட் கொண்டவா
Om. Listen. Listen very carefully. Empowering your Divya Sarira. It's one of the greatest signs available only in Hinduism. At the age of 60, if you start, within 3 years, by 63, you will achieve Anubhuti. Maximum you need 3 years only. And you don't need a whole day. Maybe morning 2.5 hours and evening 2.5 hours. The practice, this science was revived and spread to the world in the name of Siddha Vidya by Shivananda Paramahamsa from Kerala. That science is from the same thing which I am talking. See what I am talking. Empowering your Divya Sarira is the language of Vedas and Agamas. The same science Shivananda Paramahamsa used in local language and gave it as Siddha Vidya. Shivananda Paramahamsa can make anyone achieve Jiva Samadhi within 3 years. He revived the same science but gave the local terms, the local language terms, technical terms. What I am calling empowering Divya Sarira, he calls as Siddha Vidya. See, in Tamil there is a proverb, Aanai unda velangani bol, means if you give the velangani English names, there is a fruit. If you give that fruit to elephant, actually I'll describe that fruit will have like a shell. Inside that skin portion, the flesh portion, elephant will not make a hole, but that flesh portion, it will suck it out. Still, no one is able to find the mystery, how it is possible. If you give that fruit, Vilambaram, I'll find the English name. Elephant will take in its trunk. In maybe 2 or 3 seconds, it will give the shell to you. if you do any level research on the shell, even with Meena Joshi's eyes, you won't find a hole or you won't find the crack. You will be shocked, surprised how elephant took the whole fruit and ate and gave you the shell. It's called wood apple in English. If you give the wood apple to elephant, it will just take the whole fruit and give you the shell back without any crack or hole. This is exactly Siddha Vidya will do to you. Your whole inner space, Divya Sarira, Atma, will be gone to Paramatma without any damage to your body. That Paramatma will start residing and breathing in you. So even when you leave the body, your body will not show any symptoms of death. See, Siram Jivi. In Sanskrit, we have the word Siranjivi, means eternally, who lives eternally. That word you should understand. Siram Jivi, who lives in the head, who lives in the third eye, who lives in the Sahasrara. Sirattile Jivipavan Siranjivi. This science of empowering your Divya Sarira, actually you don't need more than 3 years. 3 years is the maximum. It's a 2.5 hours practice. Our Agamas give a very detailed manual. And Shivananda Paramahamsa had a enlightenment, revelation, the same science, empowering the Divya Sarira. He shared it to the whole world in the name of Siddha Vidya. He has done an amazing job. I can say very comfortably, he made at least 1 lakh people achieve Jiva Samadhi. Listen. After 60, I am not asking you to give your time, give your treasure. I am only asking, do this empowering your Divya Sarira for 3 years wherever you are. And give your talent like consultancy to Hinduism. What will happen, you will take the next birth consciously from the time you are born. You will be an enlightened being. I just want 1 crore people. See, let me be very clear. I am looking at reviving the enlightened civilization. I am not looking at just some 10,000 people getting enlightened or some 1 lakh people achieving Jiva Samadhi. I am looking at nations living this enlightenment and manifesting powers. Making this as a lifestyle. Third eye will be more common than 2 eyes. Listen. Yesterday I uttered a few Tamil words. If you hear them, the satsang, how to make a person who is in Samadhi to settle in the body, those statements are directly from Shivananda Paramahamsa. If we can inspire 1 crore retired Hindus to practice this empowering Divya Sarira. Just for 3 years. 3 years is the too much time. Human body will become like Anayunda Vilambaram. The shell you are carrying will become empty, and inside there will be only Paramashiva. Your Divya Sarira will be so powerful. You will walk out of your body when you want, and you will sit in Jiva Samadhi as long as you want, and you will take the rebirth as you want. Or you may just sit in Samadhi forever. Whatever you do after that will be so good for the humanity and Hindu civilization. I actually wanted to start this project called Retired but Not Tired and Graceful Exit in Kashi. Soon you will see I will be announcing the project. After 60, anyone can come and stay 3 years, only focused on spiritual practice. And the remaining time you can do seva as a consultancy. No physical work, consultancy seva. You can give counseling, ideas, all that for all our Kailasas, different campuses, guide them. Just consultancy seva through Zoom call. Soon I'll launch this project, Graceful Exit. Retired but not tired. Just 3 years. But I want 1 crore people. I want this to spread all over the world. This time, being in Samadhi, I've clearly brought the system from Kailasa. Very practical. Livable, which will become directly reality. Now let me give you some of the truths and start empowering your Divya Sarira. First thing, consciously understanding the synergy with which your body is functioning. Celebrating your existence. Patrick Pinus, you will be healed. Don't worry. Patrick Pinus, you will be healed. Now listen. Any spiritual practice brings result based on why you are doing it. The reason which convinced you to do that practice brings result. Listen. If you are told break a coconut for Ganesha, you will pass in exam. And if you go and break the coconut for Ganesha, you will pass an exam. But if you are told the same coconut, break it as a symbol of breaking your ego, incompletions. With that reason and intention, break the coconut. You will have unclutching. And if you go and do with this reason, with this cause, and break the coconut, you will have unclutching. Listen. All spiritual practices bring results based on the reason you have been given, the cause which makes you, inspires you to do that practice. That is why from whom you get initiation is very important. I can make you enlightened just by keeping quiet. Because I already made you strongly believe and initiated you. Even if you keep quiet, you will be unclutched and you will become enlightened. So you will even keep quiet with that intention. If I keep quiet, I will become enlightened because Swamiji told me. I have worked so much on your causal body, the reasons for which you do actions. So even if you keep quiet, even if you are relaxed, not doing anything, you will know I am not doing anything and keeping quiet, sitting, because if I do this, I will become enlightened. Swamiji has already told me. The cause brings the result. Listen. Your Divya Sarira gets empowered by powerful reasons. That is why I insist on feeling connection. See, when you feel connected to me, I can put these powerful reasons very casually inside you. So easily I can put that inside you. When you are open to me, I can trigger so many wonderful energies. I can empower so many powerful frequencies, and I can empower your very Divya Sarira existence. Actually, Vinay has sent a beautiful link. This book called Siddha Vedam is available in English. So I'll ask that link to be projected. I will sincerely recommend all of you to read this book. It will do so much good. And he is such a great enlightened being that Shivananda Paramahamsa, he has actually brought the science true to its original reason. Listen, if you do Nadi Sutti and Pranayama, because your lungs will become healthy, you have been told if you do Nadi Sutti and Pranayama, you will become healthy, lose weight. And if you do Nadi Suddhi and Pranayama, you will lose weight, you will become healthy, no doubt. But if you have been told, hey, do Nadi Suddhi and Pranayama, you will get enlightened. You will start living in your third eye and Sahasrara as a Siranjeevi. You will have Jiva Samadhi. And you start doing the same Pranayama. the same time, the same action, same sadhana will bring the result of enlightenment and the powers of third eye, and it will empower your Divya Sarira. Listen. So the cause, reason why, the answer for the why inserted into you for the spiritual practice you need to do plays a major role. Ramesh Ramani is sending a message. Swamiji, my grandmother attained Jiva Samadhi, was initiated by Shivananda Paramahamsa. She and Periyaswami, Chinnaswami were contemporaries. Yes. Ramesh Ramani, not only I know this already, you told me already once, that is one. My father's brother, elder brother, means my Periyappa is also contemporary of your grandmother. My Periyappa also got initiated along with Periyaswami and Chinnaswami. And many people in my family were contemporaries of Periyaswami and Chinnaswami of Gautama Ashramam. And see, this Vidya, this Siddha Vidya is told as empowering Divya Sarira in our Vedagamas. And I should say that the Shivananda Paramahamsa is one of the great happening. Like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa of the north, Shivananda Paramahamsa was one of the great happening in south. Unfortunately, due to this atheism, his Sangha did not take to the level of Ramakrishna mission. Anyhow, it's now our responsibility. Let us take it to the world. Listen. The reason you are taught, the cause about which you are convinced matters. The cause about which you are convinced matters. Ramesh Ramani, at least I have been influenced by 25 people who are directly initiated by Shivananda Paramahamsa. At least 25 people in my family and friends and all that circle. At least 25 people impacted my life. And first time when I saw the book Siddha Vedam in Tamil and started reading when I was, I think, 7 or 8. Because in the house, the book Siddha Vedam was there and all of them used to practice. And my Periyappa, he will always wear only that kaupin, white kaupin, as per that Siddha Vedam tradition, and he will not cut the nail and the hair. And that will be a big problem in the house. But he stood strongly and he achieved Jiva Samadhi. He achieved and my grandmother achieved. And surely he has done a great service. Bhagavan, that Shivananda Paramahamsa of Kerala, he has done an extraordinary service to Hinduism. And he should be given the right credit, which he is not given. See, like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Shivananda Paramahamsa should have been given the credit. Unfortunately, it did not. Happen in the past. I think now it's our responsibility. And We should take it to the world and make it happen. Yes. I wanted all of you to read this English book, Siddha Vedam. I am putting the link now. Please, all of you see the link. I sincerely request all of you to read this. I will even speak about this book and give you the quotations from Vedagamic tradition and this book, and how beautifully he has organized. So now, understand this point. The points, the reasons, the ideas with which you have been convinced to do the practice plays an important role. See, for example, now I gave you an example, pranayama. If you have been told by your guru, do pranayama, your lungs will become healthy. You will become healthy. If you do pranayama, you will get only lungs, healthy lungs and health. That's all. Nothing more. But the guru who initiates you, if he says, do pranayama, your divya sarira will get empowered and you will manifest jiva samadhi. And if you do that, you will manifest jiva samadhi. Your divya sarira will get empowered. That is why getting initiated by the right guru is important, and having feeling connection to that right guru is important. If you have a feeling connection with that right guru, he will put the cause, right cause into your being just like that. I tell you, all of you who have a feeling connection with me, I have already put that strong right reasons cause inside you. Even if you just keep quiet, I will be remembering you. There's nothing else you need to do from your side. I have convinced you already with this most powerful cause. Smaranat Arunachalam. If you remember Arunachala, you will be liberated. In my case, once I initiate you, whether you remember me or forget me or whatever, I have taken you over beyond your ability to remember or forget. If you remember, the present time itself will be more blissful, ecstatic, and power manifesting, enjoying, celebrating. If you don't remember, don't worry, you are liberated. When I need to remember you, during the time you leave the body, I need to remember you. Not only I will remember you, I will make sure you remember me. And you will be free. Understand? I have put this powerful cause, reason inside your causal body. The collection of your reasons about what you do, why you do in your life. Now I am coming to the next point. Listen. Your existence, your Divya Sarira is programmed designed to live huge miracles. Conscious play. I use the word in English, effulgence, tejas. I'll explain the word effulgence, tejas means by its very presence, your Divya Sarira goes on doing miracles. Listen. I wanted to tell you all this truth many times. When something happens in my life, for a few seconds, even I am shocked. Why is this happening? But within next few hours, I can see the whole right reason and the right cause and how it is auspicious and expanding. I will ask Paramashiva, why don't you tell me a little upfront? He will say, hey, we can't give a full script. If I give a full script, you will blurt it out to the people who are around you and they will miss it. The script will be given only everyday shooting. Only during everyday shooting, the script and dialogue will be given. But you should know everything I do, I will do best because I am the director and producer. I say, all right, I know I am in the best hands, the director and producer of the cosmos, that is enough. You give me the script for every shot, that is enough. I don't need to know the whole story and I don't need to have the whole script and whole dialogue. I still remember one beautiful word I heard from my Guru Isaki Swami. He said, "Hey, motta kadaiyum therinja aarvathila sodapi vechiruvingada alpa pasangala pongada." Means if you know the full story and all the dialogue, in the over enthusiasm, you will mess up. Understand? Even for me, Paramashiva gives only the dialogue for that day, the story for that day. But I know for sure I'm in the hands of the ultimate, best, most powerful and most compassionate producer and director. So I just relax. You also do the same. Empowering your Divya Sarira. I tell you, empowering your Divya Sarira gives you the power to take long jumps. It gives energy for long jump. Listen, I think you all need to understand this one truth. Paramashiva gives only that day dialogue, that day actions you need to do. He does not give the full movie script. Because if he gives the full movie script, due to over enthusiasm, we will mess up. And we will try to develop on his script. we will create too many complications. See, the kind of the small vision and small taste we are entertaining, for our level taste and vision, if he gives few days script for us, that's enough. You need only one thing, a beautiful, restful space. My producer and director is not only absolutely powerful, he is absolutely compassionate. There is nothing called giving up on me or leaving me. I am avimukta, never given up. That's all. We don't need a full script of the movie, full script of the Leela. I still remember this really happened. Outside the Adi Kailash, there's a beautiful Ganapati, just on the entrance. That Ganapati is a very living, and he will very casually talk to me. One day, I was going to the Ramnagara court for this false case which they put on me for that hearing. I was standing on that, in front of the gate, in front of the Ganapati, and I was asking him. That day, we were expecting that case will be quashed, that false case. So I asked him, quash that case, we can do a lot of work, a lot of construction need to be done, many work need to be done. This load of these false cases, can you just please clear it up? He was smiling. I became so confident. I thought, it's done today. When I went to the court and attended, and that day it did not get quashed, I came back. And I was standing again in front of the Ganapati and asked, what is this? He smiled widely and said, Chipada, that's all. I simply know that I have to obey and he has a bigger plans. Nothing else. And I simply went inside and as usual I prayed to Kala Bhairava and went and started doing my work. Now I know why. Now I know what was their original plan and what is their original plan. But I tell you, honestly I tell you, at the age of 12, I think just before Isaki Swami left the body, went into Jiva Samadhi, he and my Guru Kupammal, both of them were sitting and they were trying to convince me to accept the property in my guardian's name. I was a minor that time, so they wanted to put me and put one of my somebody as a guardian for me till that property. But because I know the full script, the responsibility that ashram will bring it to me, I did not do what they want. Same way, If I was told that time itself I have to make a nation, either I may not be standing to do what they want, or due to over enthusiasm, I would have done some mess up which will not go as per their plan. I tell you, so how much our brain can hold, that much they reveal. But they have given a very powerful experience that Paramashiva is ultimate power and compassion, and he himself is operating using this human shirt, human clothing. So all of you understand, எனக்கே இதான் கதி, போய் விநாயகர் முன்னாடி என்னையா அப்படின்னு கேட்டா சிப்பா அவ்வளவுதான் சொன்னாரு. Then I just shut all the holes and simply went and started doing my work, what I am supposed to do. So whenever you are complaining, just remember this one word, chipa. It has so many meanings. It means we have our plans and you just cooperate with everyday script and the dialogues